Yeah, I feel like I'm on display here. What's up with that? Hey, everybody. Woo! Okay, so we're not going to talk about Railroad Bill tonight. I mean, he was living his life till they made him kill. We're not going to talk about my man Shine. I mean, the one that saw what they did to that boat and he dove off and saved his black behind. No, we're going to talk about the ones way back, when you had to live by your wit with just a little bit of humor sprinkled on top of it. We're talking about John, old John, High John, long John. Now, John came to me first consciously through one of our beloved ladies, Miss Zora Neale Hurston. She came out and realized that John needed to be part of the world. Because white folks at that time, 1943, as part of the war effort, church put out the Jack Tales. So white people had their universal hero. But that, luck, because you're stupid and just happen to make it anyway, bumbling through, was not going to work for us post-African people. And the fallacy that only white folks have a hero was not going to serve anybody. So she took our hero, High John the Conqueror, the man with the mojo root and the fire and iron in his spine. She took him out the ghetto, out the fields, out the kitchen, and put him in literature for all to see. Now, my first touch of John was when I got to New York and I was studying this. Came through Africa, because I found out what John was back in the motherland, as they say. And I learned it through this rhythm. Which was the highlight of the finale of the Senegalese National Dance Company shows, time after time after time. That woman come out, and the happy dance, the drummer's rhythm, WolosoDong. And I was like, great, WolosoDong, the happy dance, the funky thing that the drummers can rock and rock and rock and rock on. But why is WolosoDong so often paired with DionDong, so-called the slaves' dance and song? Why are those two together? Didn't make sense. So every chance I got, somebody coming over, I asked, why is this juxtaposition? And I finally found out that WolosoDong, dong is the song, is the story, is the dance. Woloso is the second generation. John is the first generation. So John are those who, through financial hardship or capture in war, become servants. They lose their affiliation. They become part of somebody else's household. So it's a sad song. They're sad. But their children, the Woloso, meaning those born in the house, they are fully part of the community now. So, it's party time for them because they have community now. But then I realized John is a captive. He's in service, but he is not chattel. He's not a thing to be bought and sold. And so, as Zora Neale Hurston talks about in that article, High John the Conqueror came over from Africa with the people. And that concept of knowing yourself, who you are, empowers all the stories of Long John, Lost John, and High John. All those who remember who they been, who they be, are in that story as brought for all of us. Let me tell you one. Now, John was smart because he knew who he was. Not only was he smart, he was good with numbers, good with figures, had a great memory. And Massa scoped this out. I mean, John could tell you how many bushels of corn got for last year's harvest, how many got put away, how many got sold, how much money we made, how much money it cost to do it. He remembered how many bales of cotton came through last year and the year before, how much it cost, how it got divvied out, and where it got put. He knew how many chickens were scratching in the yard, how many turkeys were in the house. He had it all in his head. And Massa after that said, I don't need a bookkeeper. I got John. And it became so. John was like that. It's amazing. Well, on that summer day when the devil showed up, smelling like rotten eggs, and sort of like, goaty hooves, like a wet goat, and beard and stuff like this. And Massa's like, scared the hell out of Massa, to tell you the truth. And devil says, don't worry, it's just a courtesy call. I'm not here for you yet. I'm here for one of your boys. I'm here for John. Master, no, you can't take John. Take any one of them. Take any one of them. You can't take him. What's so special about this darky? And so Master goes through the whole, he's got all the and the money and where things and how much we got and all this stuff. And the devil just goes, all right. If he's so precious to you, if he's got all that, he'll pass my test. But if he doesn't pass, he's coming with me. And away he disappears. Devil finds John by the creek, under the tree, on his back, under his hat. And he looks at him. And he kicks him. John don't move. He says, what you want? Devil looks down and says, John, you like eggs? Yeah, indeed I do. And then, Brimstone Man is gone. John goes back to sleep. Well, come evening time, Master sees John walking toward the quarters. He says, John passed. And he puts it out of his mind. Well, summer comes and goes. Fall comes and goes. Winter comes and goes. Spring comes and goes. Summer comes and goes. Fall comes and 2-3 years later, John's back under the tree, under the hat, by the creek. And once again, Sulphur Man returns. Kicks him again. When you want. How? That's all he says. Just that one word. How? Over easy, my man. Over easy. Devil goes, disappears. Leaves John alone. He doesn't bother him no more. He leaves that for the white folks. Now, speaking of white folks, John's got to deal with Master all the time, right? One of the ways he has to deal with him, he's got to get him out of bed every morning. And Master has this game he likes to play with John, because he knows John's got a brain. So he's always got to prove he's got a better brain than him. So every time, well, not every time, but on occasion, just enough to keep this game going, Master recounts to John his amazing dream of the night before, And so John comes in this morning and says, John, I got a story to tell you. Do tell, sir. Oh, yeah. I had a dream last night, let me tell you. I dreamed I went to nigger heaven. And I was walking around, and the streets was dirty. It was tore up. The walls weren't painted in none of the shacks. Curtains was torn. People sitting around eating chicken, throwing bones around. It was disgusting. Disgusting. John listens and says, Well, Master, we must have had the same thing to eat last night. Because I had a dream about heaven too. But it was a white folks' heaven. And the streets was paved with gold. And pearly gates and a heavenly choir and beautiful marble going up to every edifice. But the funny thing was, there wasn't a soul there. I didn't know what to make of that, sir. I really don't. But that was just my dream. And John reaches over, gets the chamber pot, and walks out of the room. Now, he was able to do that stuff because he knew who he was, where he came from, and what he was that came over all the way, those thousands of miles, and traveled into the power of the story of John. And me, as I try to remember who I be and from whence I came, all I can do is try and be like those Woloso and have a little bit of joy. Besides, when you think about it, all of us were born in the house. Yeah.